Okay, so in this episode, we leave Exmouth and we come back down the road to Carnarvan, where we do a little bit of shopping, but then we head out to Quobba blowholes, and we're going to go up to Red Bluff as well, just for a day trip and have a look around. Then we're going to come back down, stop in at Wooramel Station, and then we're going to head out here to Denham. And while we're there, we'll have a little check out of the Francois Peron National Park. And then once we're done there, we're going to head back down. We're going to come back down and out to Hamlin Station, which is just out on the road there.
Yeah. All right. Had to get a photo of the King Waves kill sign on our way into Quobba. So we are just coming into Quobba Station. It is, the temperature's dropped. Oh, so coming down here was 36 degrees on the highway and it's dropped down to 27 now. There you go. Anyway, so Quobba Station for the night, or a couple of nights here. We'll go and find somewhere and we'll go for a drive up to Red Bluff and
Have a look around.
have a look around. So when we got into Quobba Station, we just fluked some great campsites right up on the cliff with fantastic views. Alright, so this morning we're heading down to the Quobba blowholes. We're being camped here up at Quobba Station. We'll head down the blowholes, have a look, and the blowholes north blowholes or something, have a look and do a bit of snorkeling at the Aquarium, I think they call it. And then we'll head up towards Red Bluff, have a bit of a look. Yeah, maybe a swim here and there. Get that one, Trace.
Got that.
So from the aquarium we head up towards Red Bluff and we spot these dolphins out in the water. So I shot the drone out, take a couple of videos of them. They're just so cool, there were so many of them. So we've just come into Red Bluff for a drive. Have a look around. Nice place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful blue water. And it is hot.
Crystal clear water, it's about 35 degrees today. We're parked up there, we're going to go and have a swim in a minute, but we're just going to walk up to this swing here. Have a swing.
Are you going to push me?
Yes, dear.
Life's good.
Is it really?
I just need, apart from the flies, I just need someone to push me.
Hang on. There you go. How's that? Good?
How cool.
It is rather, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to swing?
Yes, I'll have a swing. Hang on.
Do you want me to push you?
Oh, well, yeah, why not? So here's a aerial view of the Red Bluff campground. you can see the station there on the lower left, and the camping goes all the way out to the back cliff top ones. So we head out of Quobba station now and call into Carnarvan for a bit of shopping and stuff. And while we're just waiting on a couple of people, we sat in the park and did a little bit of work, which was good to catch up on. And then in the afternoon we head south down to Wooramel station, but as you can see by that flag there, the wind was absolutely blowing the birds backwards. So I'm just going to add a few photos for you to have a look at.
Start today.
Yeah, where did we come from? What's the station?
We came from Wooramel River Retreat, which was very nice.
Yeah.
No water in the river, but a great camp spot. Definitely one we'll be going back to at some point in time.
Yeah.
Because we only had the one night there with everyone we're still travelling with. But today we're heading out to Francois Peron National Park. Sounds very posh, doesn't it?
Big lagoon campsite, hopefully.
Yeah, we're hoping to get in there. That's why we sort of hit the road early this morning, because apparently you've got to be there early and you can't book. So we'll see how we go the road out.
And now that we've turned off the main road, it's a little bit sandy looking.
It's a bit like being back up on the Dampier Peninsula.
Yeah.
So we'll head out and see what we can find.
Not corrugated or anything, just a bit sandy. It's good.
Oh, look at the hill over there too.
Oh well. Morning.
Morning.
So couldn't get a campsite out of Big Lagoon last night or yesterday lunchtime.
Unless we had just a tent.
Yes. So if you've got a tent and you get to the sign where you turn in and it says campsite full,
It's
actually not full.
Well, it's worth going out to check at least, because there was 4 sites out there that would
at least
take
not
a
half
tent,
a dozen, yeah.
but because
Wouldn't let us put the van on it, yeah.
Because there's only really room for a sort of car parking spot, and that isn't it? Silly, but anyway. And yet they had tents on caravan sites.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Anyway.
So we ended up back in Denham and staying at the caravan park that we were booked into anyway for
Saturday night,
so we could watch the grand final. So
go the D's.
Anyway, we've come for a drive today and we've just heading out towards Cape Peron. Road's just a bit sandy and stuff. Just drop your tyre pressures as you head out here, and we'll see what we find up here. So we should be able to have a look at some hot tubs out at the baths at the homestead. So we're going to have a dip in the hot tub. We're fairly early, so there shouldn't be too many people around.
See how we go.
Then we'll head up north, yeah.
Big day driving. Big 50Ks.
50K,
Each way.
But sandy. They reckon the tracks right up the top are very sandy. So
And corrugated.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll let you know what they're like.
We get to sit on each other's lap.
Where are we, Trace?
We're at the Peron Heritage Precinct at the homestead.
Going for a hot tub.
Yeah, we thought we'd come in early in the morning. It's meant to be 40 plus degrees.
Very windy.
Just a little soft, isn't it?
I know.
Wow. Didn't some guy say you should be doing 60
Yeah,
across
it's that
this?
peanut next door. Yeah.
Like, as if you'd...
God, imagine your poor car.
Oh.
So we've just got up to Cape Peron. You can see the currents, where the currents come around the top of the cape and meet up with the ones that are coming up from the bottom. Looks pretty cool.
We're just doing the walk and we're walking over to that cliff over there. Is that what, K&a-half? Yeah. So here we are out at Skipjack Point. There's just a bit of a walk out to the lookout out here. How's the colour? Like the orange sand dunes and the turquoise water along with white sands along the beaches. Just stunning. I think that's a lighthouse.
And so from Cape Peron, where we were watching the dolphins and sharks and things off the lookout, we come down here to Herald Bight, where we drive out on the beach and we have a swim, and there's quite a nice spot there. The road in was a bit soft and we got caught out just here. We actually stopped and waited for a backpacker to go past so that the backpacker didn't get bogged, and sure enough, I think both Brad and Jake sank. So it's alright. The cruiser's got crawl control, so you just dial up the sand crawl control and we watched it come out again. Oh, I don't think so. I think your belly's sitting on the ground.
Will the crawl go or not?
So the 200 series just crawled out using its crawl control. So a couple of blokes get behind Jake, give him a push out. His car comes out easy enough.
Better keep going, Brad.
So after we got out that time, we come across this poor bloke that's down to the belly in his Land Rover. He hadn't let his tyres down or anything though, so the first thing he should have done, dropped down to probably 10 psi to get himself out. But anyway, his wife was stressing a bit, so we just gave him a bit of a pull out and let his tyres down for him, showed him sort of what to do a bit. Off he went, and he would have had a great time. Okay. Good morning from Denham. Hey, look at all the heavy campers. What are we having, Tracy?
We're making berry scones. Berry and white chopped chip.
And who made
scones? Gemma!
Who doesn't normally cook, Jake said.
But I must say, air fryer's kicking goals. We had air fryer Friday yesterday. Now it's air fryer Saturday.
Yep. Can't see much from our site. I sort of can. That old mate setting up down here, but yeah, it's a bit windy here in Denham. We're here for another day or so, and then we're heading out to Steep Point. What?
They are good, aren't they? How good are they?
Well, I wasn't recording when you said, what do you reckon about them?
What do you reckon about these, eh?
Wow, much better.
Who wants one?
Yeah.
Come on.
What have we got next?
Cinnamon scrolls.
Cinnamon scroll.
Someone's going to have to open the thing so I can put them on.
Hey, so Jem's had a turn. Rolene's had a turn. What are you doing, Trace?
I'm working, Dale.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing social media stuff.
What
Right. Cheese on bread in the.
Tracey's going to do the chips at the pub. So I think Tracey's at the bar ordering our chips now. This is grand final day. So we come down to watch the Mighty D's win the grand final.
Morning.
Morning. So we just left Denham. We're heading out to
Eagle Bluff.
Eagle Bluff. Yeah, so it's just there's 4 campsites along here on our way back out that go. You only stay one night. You got to get out there, then get a spot, then ring and book.
$15 a night.
Pay you $15
And of these 4 spots, you're only allowed to stay at one of the 4 spots in a 28-day period. So they say choose wisely.
yeah.
That was a nice ring.
So we'll head out and see what we find. So spot found at Eagle Bluff. We've just got to negotiate the angled track to get in, that's all. So we're just heading out from the bluff for a fish. As you can see, there's a few sharks around again. So not in much water, but wow. Just in front of me. Good size stingray.
Tail.
I know, it's a metre long, the tail. What's wrong, Brad? Is he coming for you? Oh, he's not too worried. The other 3 are worried, he's not. Turtle just here in front of us.
That one this way. Oh, you got one.
There's 2 hooks, mate. Ah, you bastard.
Unfortunately, Jake's reel doesn't work too well, so he has to drag him up the beach.
Typical afternoon down at Eagle Bluff. We just had a bit of a fish for a while. Caught a couple of whiting. Now I'm going to get myself a beer. I'm going to go and sit and have a chat. And just enjoy this view. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot.
That was a good poo.
Ready? Are we going to see it on the ground?
Very quiet.
Righto, so what did you tell us
Fold it in half.
Hang on. Undo.
Oh. See, I didn't think it was that easy.
That's it. Done.
So we're at the Eagle Bluff lookout this morning. It would be very cool snorkeling around that island there. Is this what we saw?
A nervous shark.
I'm pretty sure that's what they were. Oh, and there's the... Oh, it was a ray.
Oh, shovel-nosed ray.
Ray. Saw a lot of them. They weren't green though, they were sandy colour. Cool. There's Elephant Rock at Eagle Bluff. So today we head into the Ocean Park Aquarium in Shark Bay. These in here are snapper, and the big fish there is a cobia. It's a cobia. Yeah. They're good, right? Pink snapper.
To catch them even if they wanted to. So no way when they're going stressed, they'll be able to sense that straight away. There is a homing beacon under their nose. It says go that way, there's a dying fish. They will eat that. So when a fisherman gets a fish on their fishing rod, it's in distress. Sharks have that homing beacon saying go there is food. That's the issue people are having. So guys, they don't eat that much. They really don't. Now, does anyone have any questions about sharks?
There is one.
Alright guys, these are my predator fish. In this tank we have some amazing predators and some really intelligent fish. We're going to start with these big dark fish here. They're known as mulloway or black jewfish. Very intelligent fish, especially Max here, the biggest one. He's big as he comes up and spits water out of me. I'll give him food and tell him to go away. How clever is that? Now guys, it took him 2 weeks to teach other fish this little trick after he learned it himself in a week. 1 week in his tank he learned that little trick. How clever is that? Fish have great learning capabilities. They also have fantastic memories. Guys, he remembers our hats and our buckets. Okay? Now we tried stopping this whole spitting water out of people. He then figured out we wouldn't feed him because it was teaching him to spit. He got to people with phones, and he started to spit at people with phones, electrical devices. So we feed him. Yeah, very clever fish. Absolutely horrible. Now guys, once again we have Trevelyan here with amazing eyesight. They do see food, those big silver fish. They will launch out with rapid speed. Now there's not many fish that actually scare you, but this one does. And it's what's known as a mangrove jack. It's the most aggressive fish in this tank. Guys, the mangrove jack are really cool. When they're quite small, they hang out up in the mangrove, live their life stable, they grow larger. We'll actively have the ocean at heart. Now guys, I'm about to feed him with a stick and you'll see why I'm so scared of it. For some time I was teaching this fish to jump, I realised it was a bad idea. How terrifying is that? Imagine that thing in your fingers, guys, you would lose them in a heartbeat. Alright buddy, coming up again. He's a very, very powerful fish. Do not put your hands in the tank, you will lose fingers. I'm not joking. Now guys, the last predator I've got in this tank is sitting just here, and that is my barramundi. Guys, these barramundi do something really cool with their mouths. They create shockwaves in the water. They make a large popping sound, very similar to that of the mulloway. Very similar to that. And what it allows them to do is stun their prey. So they'll go through, they'll make that large popping sound in a school of fish. They'll eat one, stun about 20 of them. So they can come back and eat those other fish really, really easily. I'd like to get him to do it, but he's sitting just on the edge of the tank there, so can't really get it happening. Guys, he's very impressive when he does it. Just like that.
The teeth on that one there. Look at the mangrove jack.
Yeah, there's fangs, yeah.
I know. So I'm just out here at Hamlin Station. We're paying $30 a night for unpowered and no water. But I'll show you, there's a couple of vans on this flat surface out here, but there's a fire pit in the middle there and a camp kitchen over a bit further. And the three of us been put out the back of those other two vans. So we're just packing our cars now, ready to head out to Steep Point and Dirk Hartog Island. And the vans will stay here for the week. Okay, so thanks for watching this episode, guys. Appreciate it. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already to get future episodes. And next week we head out to Steep Point, the most westerly point of mainland Australia. Really looking forward to this, so it should be epic.